Hey everybody, welcome back for episode 3 of our Dandy series. I'm just gonna get right back into the game because there is no sense in belaboring the title screen. I'm gonna pick the other of the 3 choices here, the little set of leaves. Again, not that it really matters as far as I can tell. I don't actually know when we receive one of these 3 power-ups, but it's not at a point that I've ever gotten to yet. Wow, that looked like a weird licorice, like honeycomb or something. Alright, mystery abounds. Maybe there's some item synergies out there that will blow my mind. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Alright, so let's get back to beating up these little sad black floaty guys. I feel bad killing them. They're so cute. They make little explodey patterns and blobs everywhere. What can you do? So, back on our journey through Mushroom Land, I'm gonna see if I can, memorize the various phases of our parallaxing background, which is very pretty, by the way. If you haven't taken a moment to appreciate, look at the background, and look at all the different layers that are all moving at the same time. It's lovely. Got foreground layer, then the layer my character's on, then there's another one with some hills, then there's, the mid-foreground with the mushrooms, then there's another, and then, yet 2 more after that. It's wild. Okay, so we gotta choose between lime and honeycomb. I can't remember which either of the... Oh no, lime is poison shots. I don't remember honeycomb, but I think I was happy with it. So I'm gonna take it. I think it was, not a good correlation. Oh no, it makes me shrink. Okay. So if we get honeycomb, that means we've got to turn into a smaller bee to fit in the hive. And that's how I'm gonna remember it. I've got to create some sort of a mnemonic device to get that into my head. Oh no, I shot the poor little cloud. And it actually had a golden heart with it, probably because I have full health. So I guess maybe that dynamically changes, or possibly it is random chance, which you get on a drop. Yet another thing I need to investigate. So we have not gotten a damage up on our first go. I don't think that's going to be a huge problem. I think maybe the ability to kind of weave in and out of things might be just as useful as the damage. Well, that's what I'm hoping anyway. Gotta keep doing some pressure on that guy. But we've got a good ways to go. I think it's 4 or 5 items before we eventually reach our first boss encounter. So, and we haven't beaten the first boss encounter, so I don't know what happens beyond that. I just gotta keep going, keep at it, and hope for the right synergies. I imagine if I get a grouping of items that really don't complement each other, that could spell a pretty quick, unfortunate doom for my character. Oh, I did it again! And that time it had a red heart, so notice that. That one maybe wouldn't have added on top of my health. Interesting, so I've really got to pay careful attention to these enemies, or non-enemies, allies in this case, before I do any shots. So I want to see if there's actually a tell if they have a gold or red heart, on their forehead or something. Oh, okay, so far so good. No damage yet. My aspiration here is to hopefully make it through at least 3 phases before I get hit at all. Because the beginning part, not super hard. I was questioning maybe a little bit about the pacing. Okay, this one's got a red mark on its forehead. I'm gonna let it hit me. Oh, okay, well, I got hit at the same time as it hit me, so I can't even tell what the order of operations was in that particular case. But I was questioning the balance a little bit about the time... Oh, not so good. The time between each phase and getting a new item, whether or not that balance is there yet, or what. I mean, the game is done, so I mean, it's probably not going to be amended, but I don't know if it's going to be, super fun to go through the beginning 100 times, if it's, pretty much a no-brainer that you're probably not going to get hit at all. I mean, maybe it's because I started at a slightly higher skill level than some might start at, so maybe I found it easier. Wow, we're getting lime again versus coffee. I guess the lime is slightly more damage, but I don't think I've shown you the coffee, so we'll take that instead. It's like a coffee toffee. Shaky hands, more power. Oh, so it is actually a damage up. Makes the character look kind of demented also. Oh, it does make the shots a bit bigger too. So we get a little wiggle worm, which might help us if we're just a little bit off on our aim. And it does seem like at max shot size that it is slightly bigger. Even at minimum shot size too, it seems like it's slightly bigger as well. I should really not be holding down the button there. Now, maybe it's just coincidence, but I feel like I've gone through roughly the same progression of enemies. Maybe they don't shoot out in the same patterns each time, but I feel like it's been, the kind of floaty blobs, the purple ones, then we get some of the charging ones with the horns and such, then we get the shield dudes, And then we get the charging mushrooms. So I don't know, maybe there's actually like a direct progression path in regards to like which enemies you encounter where. I kind of thought that even those were going to be somewhat changeable, but we'll see. I know it's definitely that each phase can come in a different grouping, but I'm still kind of figuring out exactly what is procedurally generated about this. So we've gone from like the sky, or the desert to the sky, to the different like rocky desert. I'm going to be trying to memorize the backgrounds as well, so you can use that as sort of like a tell as to what phase I am in progression here. Wow, that was a lot of missed rounds. And we're not quite halfway yet in this phase. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's not been super long, but at the same time, you know, I want those power-ups as soon as possible. Trying to figure out, like, how useful having a smaller character really is for me right now. I mean, I know it makes sense just, like, to think about that, yeah, being smaller, obviously you're gonna get hit less frequently, but it's not a super huge difference in my size. And the projectiles are still pretty large. And it's not like I needed more mobility at all. I mean, I can move up and down, like, this quickly. It's just as fast as, you know, slightly moving my wrist on my mouse. Maybe if I was on the controller, it would be a little different. Oh, watch out. Okay, I was just out of range on that one. Maybe what would be more useful even than the character getting smaller, or maybe a combination of both, have the character get smaller, also have the enemy projectiles get a little smaller, but that might also be an item that I haven't seen yet either. Alright, that was really stupid damage. I basically just walked right into that. And I'm dead. That's really bad. That's really unfortunate, actually. Okay, I can't in good conscience end the episode 6 minutes in, and we got our coffee bean to drop again, so I guess we'll just go home and do another run. That's been one of the common complaints that I've seen so far. It seems like almost unilaterally people want to see more, you know, more meat to the runs, I guess. I'm just worried about playing through it too fast. If there are less items than maybe I expect there to be, then I'll have seen them all fairly quickly, so I don't want to play it out very quickly either, you know? Also, it's really nice and bite-sized for the sake of recording purposes. Having these runs be, you know, between 10 and 20 minutes really fits the bill very well in terms of processing and such. This one's got a red mark, and it still gave me the gold heart. Oh, okay, we're actually getting an opportunity for 2 here. And, oh, we've got a question answered. Watermelon, peanut, or empty heart container? The watermelon was the familiar that did the spread shot. I don't remember what the peanut did. I'm trying to remember if there was a correlation. For some reason in my head, I just want to associate it with an elephant. And that's probably a bad idea, because it probably has nothing to do with it. Alright, my memory is screwing me over here, so let's just pick the peanut. Hope you're not allergic. What does this mean? Oh, right, it's, I think, like, every other shot, it's blood clot, right? It's every other shot is larger, which is pretty good. So I gotta lead into my shots a little bit better, and then maybe I can get some more damage that way. Yeah, I would say that's probably the better of the two. If I get overwhelmed, having the ability to clear out a group of enemies with the watermelon familiar could be really handy too, but I think I'd probably get more use directly from this. That's just my guess anyway. I mean, we'll run the math over the course of the next however many episodes, but so far I think this is probably the better choice. If I don't get Peach Ring anyway, which is obviously priority number 1. I will take Peach Ring over pretty much anything else that I've seen so far, because the damage up potential is massive. And I think we demonstrated that fairly effectively last episode. Oh geez, alright, I'm not gonna get through either of these, probably. Clear this one out. Yep, just a quick dodge and then back over again. That is a very massive skull in the foreground there, I just noticed. What kind of beings inhabit this world? I want to know more about the Candy Alchemist. I feel like there's such a cool tie-in episode with, like, Adventure Time or something, where this character, like, introduces you to this whole other realm in Ooh. It's like, there's Candy Alchemists that protect the world from all of these weird gumball creatures gone mad. Well, I guess you would live in Candy Kingdom, most likely. Oh no, I wrecked the poor health friend. Unfortunate shots there. Alright, I don't know. I totally psyched myself right out on that one. I thought I had no time, so I went to dodge down, and instead I just basically dodged straight into that shot. Oh my god. My play is so bad right now. It's alright. We'll recover. I don't want to tilt. I mean, it's only been a few minutes here. Alright, watch out. I'm probably going to take damage there again! I'm the worst. I'm off my game today. Oh my god. These dodges are just awful. I might actually have to take a heart. So we're going to run into the coffee, just kind of sitting in the world somewhere. And I'm not sure at what point we'll run into it, but I'm going to be happy to find it wherever I do. Oh, we need this. Oh no, I killed it! Oh no! So I get a very tiny advantage from that. Do I take this pear thing, or do I take the heart? Well, we're going to get the coffee anyway, but I feel like I want every advantage I can get. Will I last another entire group? I don't think I will, honestly, so I'm going to take the heart, play it safe. I feel better. I feel a little bad I didn't take something more creative. Because, I mean, I feel like my first and foremost priority here is to show you stuff that you haven't seen yet, rather than just try and, you know, be good at the game and get far in it. Freaking damage already. I mean, I want both, ideally, but if I can have both, I think that would be the best case scenario. Instead I'm just throwing it away. Maybe I dropped the coffee power-up where I died. That would probably make a lot of sense if that's the way that it works. So in which case, I've got a little ways to go yet. I think an entire another phase of the timeline before we reach that point. I think those little guys, these little white puffy guys, are like probably the cutest ones out of all of them. The fact that they get red and aggro and like come after you, it's like, look, they don't even look like they're mad really, they're just like scared and they want to run away, and you just happen to be in the direction that they're in. Like right now, they're the happiest thing in the freaking world, they're just flying about. There's no real reason to really go after some of the enemies either. Like, I mean, we talked about this before, whether dodging was a viable strat, and I mean, it kinda is in some cases. Oh, this freaking shield guy is getting in my way. Oh no. I've never seen one do a spiral like that. Actually gave me a bunch of damage. But it would be kind of neat if there was like a score attack mode too, where you could just try and go based on how many enemies you can kill, try and not let any get by you. Although I guess you'd have to use seeded runs for that. Maybe a daily challenge with a score attack. That way everybody's on even ground, and then you just try and compete within that realm. Enemies could be weighted based on their difficulty with their score. So like the harder they are, the more points they're worth. And well, you get the same power-up choices for everybody. Oh god, I could die here. I hate how close that guy is. Alright, thankfully it flew back away. Gives me another opportunity. We're on our last hit. It all happened so fast. If I die here, I'm not going to get to give it another go. We're not even going to get close to the boss today, it looks like. We're safe, right? Yeah, we're super safe. I wonder if there's like an extra life power-up. That way, in case I screw up, I can actually get a second chance to go from where I lost. It seems like it might be a little overpowered, but... oh, that was close. At the same time, it might be great, too, as long as there's more to the game than just that boss. I imagine the potential to really spiral out of control could get, like, super high. Oh, there's our coffee power-up. We're back to squiggling. Oh, careful. Okay. And we've got another maybe 2-3 waves to go before we get to the next chance that I can get for a full heal. Oh, there's a health. Careful. Oh, I got it and lost it immediately. Okay, well, gotta work with what I've got. I'm holding down my shots way too much also. I should be targeting my shots a lot more. I wonder if the health friends show up more, like, if you are in need of them. Oh my god, I'm always vulnerable as soon as one of those shows up, because I can't find a way to, like, carefully pick around them. Alright, we made it to another pedestal. Oh, but I want to see what these items are. We got, like, a cheese and a cinnamon stick. I've got to know what the cheese is, just for future reference. I'm sorry, this is a huge throw. A big opportunity, curing cream cheese mint. Whoa! It's like Abaddon or something. It gave me a ton of heart containers. That's interesting. I've got to keep this in mind now going forward. This is an item that can really turn things around. I have to wonder though, like, how come I even have heart containers if when you have full hearts and you pick up a health, it goes beyond them anyway? I might not understand what gold hearts do exactly. Maybe it's not as simple as that they are like one more tier of health. Maybe it's something else. Maybe they block some kind of damage, or there's some other synergistic effect with them that I'm not aware of yet. So something I've got to watch out for. There's still several systems in this game that I'm not 100% sure I understand, but it's still fairly early yet. This is only our 3rd episode. We've committed less than an hour of game time to it yet. But we're going to be coming up on that hour pretty soon, I think. I think all this would really take is one long night of, like, let's stream this for 3 hours, and I'd probably understand everything and know half the items. But I don't want to spoil it that quickly. I want there to be a little bit more mystery involved. Alright, there we go. Got another heart. I guess what you could say is the amount of heart containers would obviously determine when you get the full health, whether that's going to provide you with 4 hearts or 5 hearts or 15 hearts or whatever it happens to be. There we go. Gets real awkward with these shield dudes up everywhere. That one shields if you stop moving, right? There we go. Or stop shooting, I guess, as well. Just kind of wait through those. Are any of them just based on just, like, straight up a timer? Okay. Yeah, there we go. I had him backwards. I want to keep moving for those. Don't move for those, I think. Oh, I didn't even see that shield hidden down. Look at that. Is there a little mushroom up in the sky all the way off in the distance there? It's so cute. It looks like a friend that I could make. Bye, mushroom. I can't believe I picked the right option there. I totally wanted to go for the free health. But by being daring, I was rewarded. Oh no, it reflected right into me. Wait. Okay. Maybe I'll do, from now on, maybe I'll just do 2 runs if they're really short like that. Because I feel bad doing like a 5 or 6 minute episode. That's not really enough. And I mean, like I said earlier, I do want to do shorter episodes for this series. I think it serves the game better. Oh, I almost walked right into that. I think small bite-sized chunks sort of keep the energy level high and keep it interesting. But at the same time, I don't want it to be like, I just got here and it's over already. I guess that's that, and then people will come back. So find a happy medium, I think, is probably the right way to go about it. Also, big thanks to the developer for being so responsive. I mean, oh, so dumb. They saw in the last episode I had found some sort of little graphical glitch, and they're like, yeah, we'll get on that. And it dropped the cheese of all things. Watch, so I don't get to keep my health, right? Yeah, I don't get to keep my health. Okay, that's gonna be it for today's episode. Unfortunate we didn't make it nearly as far as we made it on the last one, but I feel a little bit better. At least we gave it a bit more of a try. We got our coffee back, and I guess it probably does drop roughly where you died or where you died on the waves. So, you know, maybe another little thing that we've learned. And another thing we've learned is if you've got cheese versus hearts, you definitely want to take the cheese. I mean, it's going to be a massive upgrade for you. And it even gave me health on top of giving me more heart containers. So all in all, that is a gambit that I would take every time. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you for watching very much. If you enjoyed it, make sure you go leave a like on it. Check out the game for yourself, of course. It is available for both Steam and iOS. There is a link to the Steam page right in the description. Give it a click, and go check the game out. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Well, that's what I've been saying. You've been watching the series, so hopefully you get the idea by now. But I'm still loving it, so I will see you on the next one, and I hope you have a fantastic night. Later!